We joked about getting married on our first date. I get 2 kids without stretch marks. And when I mentioned I might run, it stopped becoming a joke.
Is that what over to?
It was his idea.
And what about you?
We do love each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's Alan? Her
His
husband?
children are home.
Who?
Just think about getting married.
Jojo, timeline.
For marriage?
Okay.
Good luck.
Got you, welcome.
This is far from an offer for conversation, and it's a conversation that never happened.
I took the back door in, we'll take the back door out.
We gave you out the payroll this quarter.
60.
This quarter's FTC filings. It's fine. What are you thinking in terms of salary?
22,000 per quarter.
That's way below what I'm worth. Even in this state.
What do you
41.
think's appropriate?
215, 3 points on the up.
And that's beyond our means.
It's not. It's a drop in your state.
You said you wanted in because you believed in this campaign.
43.
Sounds like it's more about money.
It's about weight value. 250 the points is a bargain. I want to work for you.
6.
It's not as a beggar.
We don't trust you yet, but we don't even halfway trust you, so you are a beggar.
And you shouldn't trust me. Until I prove myself. That's a gamble you don't get to take without putting chips on the table.
60.
And dinner we'll discuss.
Thank you for your time.
60.
Check this. Okay, it's clear.
60.
To the hen house. Anyone who wants to be enrolled accepts the first offer without
45.
question to negotiate. So you actually believe him? Oh, this is terrible. But it doesn't have value.
10.
Kate called. I want to know.
I heard somebody in here.
63.
Or welcome back, I should say.
Smaller than I remember.
Where do they have you sitting?
You're a second row.
I would have thought you wanted fifth row.
I heard you spit when you talk.
140.
The telegraph station.
I love
7.
this
I see. So now they bring in the
one gun, but big enough. Get the idea.
about what?
This is gonna sit around. You can't prove 2 quarters in a row in a telegraph circle.
35.
It's an honor. Do it, sir. You buy it. Get yourself $1,000.
Oh, you're almost charming.
22.
Punished, I'll put it in good. She hit hard and you hit back. Fair enough. Well, can you hit twice as hard? She never did.
I'm
39.
I'll see you right now.
You got it.
24.
Draft. State. I want to be president. Done by a year and a half out of it, but I gotta say, I feel good. It's just titles. I can't scrape the money. Exclusives. All the
34.
Here.
31.
I take it you're supposed to be rooting against Kevin Spacey in this series. No, everyone loves him. I mean, if you had a conscience, yeah, you should root against him. But it's a fiction show, man. It's like Walter White, sort of. Like,
resolution.
Just some last minute.
Kevin
Six.
Spacey, I don't think has any political views, but no, he's traumatized. And it's fun to watch him maneuver his way into
13.
seemingly unwinnable conversations. It's like he got the presidency of either.
Kind of like Hitler.
What's that?
Kind of like Hitler.
It's like in a country of 350 million people, you know. I was just thinking like if
No score.
this is real life, would have won his opposition and they're done hard. But it's easy.
58.
Stupid separate thing.
Third.
Game shot and the first leg. "41. 55.
17 years. I served the Metro Police. I seen
60.
murders, seen a blank truck. I seen little kids whose only meal each day was the one they get in school. You know what's at the root of all that?
45.
Jobs. There are 60,000 unemployed people in Boston. It's a disaster. It's a disgrace.
43.
So this morning, President's urging, I am declaring a state of emergency in the District of Columbia. And I am requesting $1 billion.
85. 30.
President's clerk of the District of Columbia will be guaranteed a job. I'm working with my cabinet to reduce workforce, infrastructure, maintenance, and repair.
41.
Million employment, and any private sector company who hire Amherst registrants will get up to $45,000 for the use
58.
of each job that they create. Our goal is full employment within 12 months. Our hope is that success in Washington will convince Congress to fund America Works.
21.
Now,
I don't know why you make it feel so employment. It's kind of ignoring.
60.
Kind of ignoring the concept of frictional unemployment, which is good.
No. We are withdrawing support to the peacekeeping resolution.
85.
Palestine is voting plan without consensus.
This came directly from Jerusalem.
Yes, the foreign minister.
Nothing hidden around.
No.
39.
I'll speak to him myself. Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie.
$125.
Moscow is threatening to sell arms to Iran. They always make
61.
The feeling in Jerusalem is that this resolution might push them over the edge. It's not worth the risk. Why did you come to me? The book's for 2 hours. I booked the call 30 minutes ago. Russia doesn't want to be humiliated because we did this without them. You know it's not
Game shot and the first leg.
Leave this whole action. Oh no, we will absolutely follow through once it's passed. I'm gonna start the stops. I'm sorry, it's out of my hands. Claire.
45.
Arrested. Withdraw the resolution. We lost consensus. I need to postpone the vote until we get it back.
33.
Secretary Travers is a good example.
Homeland Security.
Former Secretary says
Done.
they had an announcement. Steve called me. Said
22.
FEMA now.
Homeland Security has jurisdiction over FEMA now.
Right. The president demanded his letter of resignation right then and there.
62.
Paul's gonna pick him up.
So it's true.
On the record,
Completely.
Let me call you on my encrypted phone.
41.
My number's blocked, so.
Just hold a minute.
61.
Mr. Secretary,
It's true. I resign.
why are you still in the office?
Punching the clock until the White House wants to go public.
Why wouldn't you go public yourself?
100.
I survive.
I have Landry on background. I'm writing about the resignation.
And I can't stop you. There won't be a quote from me.
79.
Don't put the administration off the hook. This is an opportunity to speak out.
You don't have the career I've had by criticizing your bosses publicly, no matter how strongly you feel.
60.
Talk to Arnie Silver, the human minister. He's more disgusted by all this than I am.
57.
Sorry about that, man.
Sixty.
Balance. My projections for the next 12 months. We're in a line
39.
falling temperatures in the Pacific. We expect at least 2 major landfalls this season. Homes destroyed, millions of damage, tens of thousands without a map. And that's just hurricanes. If we get a major earthquake, a flood, or forest fire,
76.
fall in there.
Has he asked you to resign?
Threatened it. But I said I'd cooperate.
100.
Right.
Nobody has more experience. I couldn't forgive myself if I left.
You just said if the relief fund is depleted, then
People will suffer.
43.
Few will suffer.
make a quote, Mr. Silver.
I can't do that.
People could die, you have responsibility. The president has built a culture of silence and fear.
That folder was the
38.
Two front-page bylines on the same day from Miss Baldwin. You kicked out a pit bull and you let in a dragon.
I didn't think the Telegraph would send someone like her.
Well, maybe you just didn't.
You wanted me to implement this, to send a message?
So I did. Well, they've sent back a strong message, haven't they?
Sure, Derek.
Take responsibility for that, sir, and I will
Shut
do my best to keep her in mind.
Your best. It's the
Game
time.
shot and the first leg.
And they can control her 100%.
Travis.
I speak Arthur, but I must forgive. I don't think anybody else in the cabinet would.
Let's confirm his resignation. No point.
23.
Tell Steve he can vacate his office.
What about Sue? The details on the disaster projections are buried in studies.
We can't fire him. If there's a hurricane, the only guy that can keep a disaster from becoming a catastrophe.
41.
Most Dunbar said.
Probably letting this play out.
Let me dig my own grave. We have to sell.
42.
So it's self-care before.
That's the idea, but we don't stop there.
Commercials and billboards?
Well, who's... And even so, we need more than ad buys. We need the philosophy behind it. We need something of substance.
83. 40.
We need something that will capture the imagination. Either of you play Monument Valley.
What's that?
It's a video game.
Oh, great, sir.
I sold my Xbox on eBay. It's too addictive.
140.
You both read this and then tell me you wouldn't want to play this.
I say there's not a consultant in the country who truly know foreign policy. Me? I'm number one. Need a call.
58.
Well, that's only 7 much cheaper.
I value difference, and I'm smart enough to know what I don't know. What would be your assessment of us so far?
You're making a big stink of this Michael Cordy.
45.
And why Cordy got arrested?
Petrov's appealing to his traditional base.
No. This is about the Jordan Valley.
45.
The issue. The It goes back to the summit months ago. Look, this is the Jordan Valley. All right, hold on, let me get easier.
40.
That's the valley. Right there.
15.
Israel since 1967. It's been a major roadblock and able to support the common things.
Under what sense? Peacekeeping troops, the Israelis leave, the Palestinians are happy.
That's not that simple. Everyone gets hung up in this little patch of land 10 miles by 40, but you have to look out.
100.
Around here. The costs.
30.
It's a Middle East issue. They see it as strategic deployment of U.S. troops less than 1,000 miles from the southern border.
So you're saying Fortune's a pawn, played for leverage?
First to solve it. Moscow wants to show a serious fight with this revolution.
Shot.
I have to guess. I'm going to try to explain something. Get involved.
Game shot and the first leg.
Offensive, which is a huge danger.
Tell me how.
Nobody wants to troops there, not the Israelis, Palestinians, and Arabs. Playing along because there's just one little thing to go wrong. And you've got a tinderbox where everyone's
45.
So why is the law supposed
Oh, God.
You just
being too smart. It's all right.
41.
I just pull it up, dump the grounds over it, use it.
Oh.
He leaves himself light. That's what you need to hit him hard. A disastrous foreign policy that will put more danger. And his wife with zero foreign policy experience.
100.
When can you start?
I already did.
I'll get the paperwork over to you.
Let me ask. Who referred to me?
Where's your reputation?
26.
Be respected and recommended high.
A former Underwood staff,
I never worked with anything.
which is one of the reasons you recommend.
Touche.
81.
A list of corrupt officials who were sanctioned to sell a single truckload of arms to our men.
I didn't even make the top 10.
38.
Can and will ask
And then what?
build a coalition to impose their own sanctions.
And then what?
You know what an economic crisis
60.
The freedom where you reached with China. Except the analogy is only 3% of exports go to the US. And Europe will don't have to.
41.
Oh, you don't want to challenge us in the armament of the state.
Well, let me present it with that. You can't assure the Israelis and provide troops that the president doesn't have supported by the party in Congress.
40.
Troops in Israel, no consensus, no resolution.
I will get this
28.
Don't underestimate my ability or desire to do so.
I have indulged you. You're better for more than you should. Leave this to the professionals, even if you were to go to revolution, die, painlessness. The truth is,
20. 27.
26.
that's a very impressive.
She stabbed the floor with a broom.
39.
Every Wednesday. Some tone-deaf, drunk girl mutilating Britney Spears. She knew they couldn't hear the broom in the bar alone. But we all need a ritual. And this is hers. 3 short thrusts, wood on wood, a hollow sound, which accomplished nothing. David would be home soon. It's too hot. She opened the window. Music was so loud.
160.
36 left.
Show me that.
Leslie L.E.S. L.E.
41.
Scorpio totally changed my life. The energy and the anger. It's my favorite book of this. Probably my favorite book, period.
Should I make it happen?
80.
It's a perversion of the Stafford Act, and you know it. It's a reading of the Stafford Act. We read it differently.
You can't just raid funds that Congress appropriated for a specific use. They use them however they want.
22.
Clearly, I can't.
This is a direct challenge to Congress. Bob and I have agreed both parties will fight on this.
Well, at least I'm cultivating bipartisanship. Gentlemen, I don't want to do this, but what choice have you left? Our brothers here...
9.
It's warrants a taxpayer money that it's not fit to be law. Now, this is the first time that the leaders
21.
met with me in one room, and not because I didn't invite them to listen to the farm. So, now that we're here, let's...
No score.
Maybe we can discuss putting AmWorks on the floor. You really get on the education. I'm the government freaks. It's not going to work. Well, you watch it work and then tell me. We're drafting a law.
26.
And who's going to enforce that law? We will let each one president will do the same to you.
No score.
And put Donald blind. This office will be out for the job. Congress will get killed for malpractice. As crooked as you may think I am, you know I don't have pressure here in Congress. So pass your law. I'll beat it. But when you overrule me in the Senate, we'll let the third branch decide. Don't declare war on Congress, Mr. President. Not on Congress. I'm declaring war on Congress. But these days, who could tell the difference?
Direct address us.
35. One. 20. 4. 'No score.
First start. Good shot. Thanks for playing.
That's all the wrong guard.